Hello guys, good fucking afternoon. Oh dear, I've done it again. I bet you the reason I don't have a lot of subscribers, right, is because I swear a lot and people don't like it. They think it's crude or people just get offended by my swearing. They don't get offended by children being murdered or abused, or animals being murdered or abused, or nature being murdered and abused. I don't get upset about that, but I do get upset about me swearing. Fucking hell. I mean, if people would only get offended, right, about shit that it was worth getting offended about in this world, then we might actually see some fucking changes, right? We might. But no, people spend time being offended about the most ridiculous things. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's like, oh, look at her, look at that skirt. I don't like it. I'm so offended. Or I don't even know. People get offended about just about anything meaningless and banal, just like they get excited about all meaningless and banal things, you know. I mean, I'm just having one of these days today. I had a really good cry this morning because I just honestly, I just think to myself, I just don't want to do this anymore, you know. And I think there's a lot of people feeling this way. I'm not advocating doing anything silly here, by the way, people. That's not what I mean. I'm just reiterating a feeling here more than anything. A feeling that I keep having, and so reiteration. It's like I just don't want to do this anymore. It's shit. And nobody around me sees it, apart from my best friend Stephen, who does get it. You know, he's on the same page as me, hence we're best friends. You know, we've been best friends for a very long time, and we basically woke up around the same time and sort of worked. We just seem to just be in sync, but nobody else knows it, nobody else gets it. There's people in my life that are spiritual and whatnot, but they don't get it. They don't get it at all. That doesn't mean they're soulless either, you know. I don't believe that necessarily. Though again, who really knows? Wouldn't it be nice if we had a little gadget, right? And you could just point it at somebody and press a button and it would tell you sold, and it would play some la la la, some ethereal type little beamy sound. And if it was a non-sold, it would go ah. So you just have this like this machine. You used to go pointing it at people in the shopping mall. It'd be going ah, 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 ah. Man, oh man. Really, it's one of these days, people. Yeah, it's amazing that we go through these incredibly trying, emotionally gut-wrenching waves. I don't know what else to call them. Waves. And then after that, we seem to be even more awake and aware, because that is really what's happening. Stuff is being cleared out of us, I think. Stuff is being cleared out of us. Purging. A lot of people call it purging. I always think of purging as a bulimic person hanging over the toilet after, I don't know, eating 60 Mars bars and going like that. And that's not exactly what I'm doing here, I have to say. I think I might be having a bit of a lack of sugar low, because I haven't had any sugar today. But I'm sweet enough, right? Woo. So yeah, it's a bit like get these really low, because I was lying in bed all night and it was just unbelievable. I just felt absolutely shit, and then I'd sleep for like maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then I'd wake up and I'd have this horrible wave of depression and just feeling like, you know, when you wake up and it just all comes crowding in a tidal wave of deep awakening and awareness of what the fuck this place is and that you're in it. and that you don't want to be in it, but you have no idea how to get out. Man, be nice to find a key, wouldn't it? As you know, like you wake up and you get that feeling of like, oh my god, right? And then your intuition tells you, but look on your bedside cupboard, and you look around. There's this beautiful golden key there. There's a little tag on it with I don't know, directions on it. If you go here, and then you go there, and there's this door, a beautiful door, and you stick and it's like, oh, this is the way I. Oh, that's brilliant, cool, and and then you can go back and get all the people that you like and that are sort of awake or very awake or whatever, or you can, I can contact all you guys. I'll do a video and I say, right guys, this is the address, write this down, and then you can all come and I'd wait for you, and then we can all leave this place together. And then the minute we slam the door behind us, like the last one of us goes through, and we slam the door behind us, this whole place just whoosh, gone, poof, gone, and we just be home, chilled, happy, well, beyond happy. I mean, I just realised this morning early on, and it was a bit of a shocker, but I should have known really, but I'd realised that I've been depressed my entire life. I was depressed when I was 5 or 6 years old. I was depressed. And it was like, but I knew that, but I knew it this morning. I knew it better, I knew it deeper, I knew it more. That's awakening for you, when you just awaken more and more, deeper and deeper, as to what this place really does to us, to us. And we're so sensitive, we're so fucking sensitive, people like us. It gets to us even more. Because I went to, anyway, it was like, you've been depressed your whole life. It's just different gradients of depression, from mild to very severe, acute suicidal tendencies and whatnot, or homicidal, you get that too. And so it's like, wow. And then, I was on the sofa and I was just crying. And then I went on Facebook, and then inevitably you get all these bloody horror stories about what various horrible people are up to, and poor animals suffering everywhere, and abandoned animals or maltreated animals, and then you think to yourself, oh yeah, I remember what people used to tell me. Well, you just don't look at it. Don't think about it. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. Just get on with your life. That's all. Just keep calm and carry on and have a cup of tea. And don't think about it. Now, I know why they do that. It's just a trauma response. It's not that they don't care, because some people really, really care, but they come out with that. They say that, and they do really care. Because they know damn well that if you don't do that, if you care and look at it all and ask all those questions, the really hard questions, the hardest questions, that you're going to end up like us, like people like us, a gibbering wretch, sitting in your bedroom doing YouTube videos talking about how to get out of here. Oh dear. Oh, mummy. Yeah. I mean, I'm always a couple of inches away from going back to the doctor for some meds, but I never quite go there because I know that it's not going to help. And it's mad. It's like, I've got a cup of tea going. In fact, hey, thinking, I'm just going to go and get my cup of tea. Now, I mean, what keeps me going, right, is my cats, and Stephen and a few other really good friends that I have. That's about it, really. It's very sad. So I don't really have the option to not care or to turn my head the other way and pretending it ain't happening. I've never had that option. I've never been wired that way. I've always been wired the opposite way. Everyone is going that direction. Don't think about it, don't look at it, just keep calm and carry on. And I'm always going the opposite direction. I mean, which is probably why every day it looks like I've had a fucking fight with a hairblower or something. Because I'm always going in the opposite direction. Everybody else is coming my way and they're going past me and they're like looking back going, where are you going? Where are you going? And I'm like, well, I'm going there. And they're like, well, we're all going there. Why don't you come with us? I'm like, no, I'm going there. I have to do that. I can't help it. It's in my DNA. What can you do? The rabbit hole is so deep, people. It is just so fucking deep. It is a cavern of... Well, it's the infinite cavern. Perhaps it's infinite, you know. So once you go down... And this is the thing, you see. People say, well, I've gone a bit further down the rabbit hole. As if you have a choice, right? As if it's got stairs down the side. And you can go down a little bit and have a look and go, oh, I think I'll come back up a few rings. And then after a few drinks, think, well, actually, I might go down a bit further, go down a bit further. It's not like that. Not at all. There are no stairs on the sides of the rabbit hole. You go in it, that's it. You go down, people. And it's whether you can handle it or not. Hence, I think that, you know, these people that go on about, oh, I've awoken to the fact that royal families around the world are not very nice people. People like that haven't gone down the rabbit hole. No. Going down the rabbit hole is a massive shock to the system. Big shock to the system, you know. Taking a red pill, or was it a blue pill? What colour was that pill? Did they have a third pill? Did they have the green pill and the yellow one as well? The orange. I'll have the orange or the pink. I'll have the pink. Yeah, I'll have the pink one. Now, once you go down it, you go head first, right? Not feet first, you go head first. It's almost as if something is behind you that's a bit malevolent. Sort of more like maybe the trickster element. And you're there prevaricating, thinking, shall I or shan't I? And you just go, head down the rabbit hole. And, you know, it's like, and then you're just so far down it that nobody can hear you scream anymore. That's a bit like us, isn't it? We're so far down in the darkness that and no one can hear you scream. It's just my throat hurts so much. Anyway, I don't know. It's fucking... the cars that people drive, man. What is that? A box on wheels. This is my box on wheels. It cost me £12,000. It's electric. I mean, you know, what you do? Does it have like... I've never really wondered. I've never really seen the way an electric car works. Do they have like I don't know, like, you know, when you have to hoover your home, it's got a lead, hasn't it, and a plug-in thing. Do electric cars have that? So you have to like take the lead out really long, because then it has to go through the window and you have to stick it in a wall to, I don't know, like a hoover, you know, or a blow dryer. Maybe it's like, maybe electric cars are a bit like blow dryers or hoovers. They probably are. Or dildos. I mean, they're just ugly fucking cars. Back in the 70s, we had some bloody good cars, people. Not that they were good then. They weren't good in any way, shape or form, but they looked good. They did look good. Ford Capris were fucking cool. I mean, you look at cars today, oh boy, it's like an ocean of boredom with no land inside. No. It's just all crap. Everything looks really bland. Oh, take those mad. Yeah. No, I'm just doing this video really because I don't know, and I could be completely wrong, but I have a feeling there's loads of other people sitting either on or behind their sofas worrying, feeling really strange today, because it is a fucking weird day. It feels weird and it looks weird out there. The sky looks weird. And there's a seagull wearing a Superman outfit, like, see, it's a weird day, something isn't right, there's a disturbance in the force. So I thought, right, rather than sit here and feel that way, I'll do a video and let you all know how I feel. So that you don't feel like you're the only one that's completely insane. Alright? And all the while we're still falling down a rabbit hole because it's, you know, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Oh dear. I mean, it's a bit like watching your toenails grow, frankly, because one minute you're on that level, then you have a complete meltdown, feel like shit, want to kill yourself or somebody else. I don't know, everything just goes completely crazy and you haven't got a fucking clue what's happening and your mind's going, you know, and then it's like, aha, eureka, I get it now, I understand. Not that you've actually achieved anything physically or materially in any way, shape or form, which frankly, great mother, true self, anyone could come in handy now. Yeah, thank you. Could come in handy. You know, a bit of physical healing, a bit of money, I don't know, something. A spaceship? Yeah. But it's all internal, so it's always your consciousness level. And of course that is really what it's all about. I know this, I do know it, I can feel it. This is not about having your own little patch of happiness in a sea of gaslighting misery, is it? I wouldn't want it, and I know any of you wouldn't want it either. But I think we're meant to get to a certain point, and for us to get to that point, perhaps, we have to become very, very super awake and aware, and for that to happen, we have to go through what we're going through. I'm pretty convinced of that. What? Why not? Do you want to see my tits? God. People. What's it with people, hey? Oh, what are you doing? Why are you wearing bunny ears? Why not? You gotta laugh, right? Because otherwise you just end up crying so much that, like I said it before, that you mummify yourself because all the liquid has left your body. Oh, here I am spluttering now. Bloody hell. God. Honestly, it's like I'm suffering, like we're collectively suffering from some sort of weird awakening dementia. I don't know. I mean, because whilst we're all down that rabbit hole, and then, you know, you're in these like weird kind of like, oh, I'm not doing I'm going, you know, all of that, and you totally haven't got a clue, and you feel like absolute shit, and you just can't bear it anymore. And then you have these insights. But you look at the people around you and they're not doing that at all. No. So it's the same guy with his little Yorkie. Same man, wearing exactly the same outfit, doing exactly the same thing he does every single day. And he wears the same clothes every day too. I find this very odd. Either his wife is a lazy slattern, or maybe he's a bit smelly, or he's just not real. He's not real. He's not real. It's that seagull again. Oh, and the other one's dressed as Batman. Fucking hell. What's going on? Maybe I'm seeing things. it's better to see things than not to see anything at all, I always think, right? That's it, isn't it, for a lot of us? That periodically we get maybe like a 20-second flash of everything. I'm completely mad and everybody else is sane. That's what it is. That's the truth. That's it. Oh no, of course not. What was I thinking? Because in a way, right, it would almost be comforting at this point to think that you're actually completely mad, and everybody else is sane. This world is actually real, and it's not bad or wrong or evil. It's exactly as it's meant to be, and everything is just A-okay. It is just you. You're fucking crazy, mad, right? But Dr. Zorg is arriving soon, and he will give you that Thorazine, and soon you too will enjoy life. Yes, you too will walk your dog at 3 o'clock every afternoon wearing the same outfit and clutching the same crappy mainstream media paper. Yes, you will. And you will love it. You'll love it. Love it. Yeah. I don't know anymore, people. You know. Periodically, you know, I have this sort of thing where I think, I've got the answers, I have the answers, and I know exactly what to do. And today, I haven't got a clue what to do at all, other than to drink cups of tea with nothing in them. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? When you stop engaging with the addictions, whatever those addictions are. If you have a smartphone, highly likely you'll be spending far more time with your smartphone than your girlfriends. That means you're addicted. Sugar, watching television, right? Netflix, whatever. What would happen if somebody took all that away from you? Everything. How would you feel? I bet you'd feel really uncomfortable. You'd be bouncing off the walls, going, right, I'm going to bounce on this wall, and then go, and I'll bounce on that wall, and I'll go and bounce on this wall, because I can't go, because I don't know. But inevitably, eventually, what would happen is that truth will emerge from within you. And that is what the system doesn't like. It doesn't want that. It wants you to be distracted. It wants me to be continually distracted. It wants me to watch Westworld. I won't do it! Right? It wants me to watch TV. It wants me to smoke and to drink shitloads of coffee, to drink endless cups of tea. It wants me to eat sugar and crank and crappy food. Because for the 5 minutes that I'm eating it, I feel great. And for the 5 days after that, I feel like shit. And either way, whether I'm eating it or the 5 days I feel like shit, I am not tuning in and I'm not sensing truth. Well, I am, obviously, but not enough. But when you unplug from the matrix, and I haven't done that yet, I have to be honest, right? I haven't stopped watching television or listening to the radio, or, well, I have stopped smoking, and I have given up, well, for like, I don't know, about 9 hours, I've given up sugar. I'm pretty self-disciplined when it comes to things, so I reckon I'll be alright with that. But whatever your addictions are, whatever it is that you do, and we have so many that we don't even realise we have, but okay, once you disengage from all of that, you stop buying shit you don't really need, you stop buying and hanging out, stop hanging out with those people that you don't like, stop going to the bowling alley. I never would, like, you know, bowling alleys are horrible things, you know. The last time I went to a bowling alley was in this town, and it was for a works-related do, so it was bound to be fucking awful, and it was. And I kept thinking, as I was throwing this ball, that was going to lose my thumb, because inevitably my thumb was always a bit like, oh, I can't really get it out, can't get it out. And then somebody would go, yeah, just do it. I was like, yeah, do you want my thumb? I need my thumb, thanks. But I've still got it, both. But yeah, there were three, because it was one of these big places, right? And there were 3 types of music playing. It's like, what the fuck? We had Katy Perry, Barry Manilow, and the Bee Gees, let's say, all at high levels in the same place. Fuck knows. Why? You know? Why anything? Utter insanity, people. All of it is. I'm just really just blathering away today, you know, that's all. Not trying to make any point whatsoever. But I do believe, seriously, that if you were to seriously, completely and utterly go and live out in the middle of nowhere... It's interesting, actually. There's a house on the moors here. And it is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, as far as you can get in the middle of nowhere in this bloody shitty country. But there, I can imagine going to live there. It's got no electricity, it's got no water, it's got absolutely nothing. It doesn't have a toilet. It was an old miner's place. You just get yourself an old bloody wood burner, clean the place up, give it a lick of paint, just go and live there. Oh, the powers that be around there in no time say, you can't live here, you can't do that. You know, PC blood. I'd be there, you know, with my gun. Don't come any closer. But I mean, what would, you know, I bet you some people do it, you know, they do, like in Australia, Aboriginal people, they still do it. They think, right, fuck this for a laugh, and they go walkabout, and nobody ever sees them again, and they ain't lost, because they know what they're doing when they go walkabout. But then you see those people are not systemized as we are. Not all of them, anyway. We are systemized, you know. And maybe the only way that the system can come out of us is if we come out of the system. But that's a hell of a lot easier said than done. Just one of my musings today. I hope it's not necessary. It all feels so utterly hopeless today. It really does, people. It's dreadful. But I dare say tomorrow it will feel different. You know. Ah, Robin. God, those seagulls, they like dressing up, don't they? Yeah. I better get going, people, because I better go and sort some shit out and whatnot. But hang in there, people. Hang in there. Hang in there as we're hurtling down that rabbit hole. We must be doing about 3,000 miles an hour now, because we've been falling for so long. It's like